So, I went to Target today, and I was going to Target for one purpose and one purpose only, and that was for my 3D scanning. Hey, Juan Solo. And so I wanted to buy some spray powder for my 3D scan. Let me go and get this going. I think of changing her hair into an afro, a big one. I miss afros. They died in the 70s. That's a cool idea. I kind of like that idea. Kind of like that. Anyway, so while I was at Target, I went to buy this spray right here. Dun, ta-da. And it is low trim, and it's basically a white powder spray. And I use it to spray on my parts before I scan them, and it makes it so the scanner works a whole lot better. And I have a can here at the house, but it's just about empty. And so in order to do those grayscale floors, I needed to get a new can. And so here it is. It's ready to go. And while I was there, they had some Revelation figures on sale. And I met a guy that we got talking. So Target guy, if you're watching this video, thank you for your help today. I appreciate it. And it was kind of cool. They had Trap Jaws there and some other figures too. She was on sale for only $10, and there's only one left. And I'm putting off getting her. It's kind of funny. I kind of wanted to get two so I could have two of these helmets, because we saw in the cartoon that both her and Tila wore one of these helmets. And so in order to get two helmets, you have to get two figures. But anyway, hey James, thanks for joining us. Juan Soto, thanks for being here. Comedy at the pool. When are we getting Too Bad in Origins form? I don't know. I hope we get it soon. Hey Mike, thanks for joining us. Anyway, let's go ahead and open her up and compare to other figures in the line. As you can see, my desk is still a disaster from when my last video I was making. Figures just everywhere. I haven't put them away yet. And so just been busy doing other things lately. So you know how that goes. Trying to get those floors scanned, trying to do other stuff, and trying to get everything done. So, oh, hey, thanks, Pop Actor. I appreciate it. Hey, Randy Moses, thanks for being here. All right. Yep, just $10. That was it. All right, let's go ahead and open her up. Before we do, though, let's look at the back of the box. See what we're getting. So we have here Andrea, and it says Heroic Officer of Eternos. The brains to Tila's brawn. Andrea's dreams of being a hero, while her crestfallen partner tries to leave that life behind. The Starry Yard's Scavenger always had technology tricks up her sleeve, whether using her genius to create inventions or relying on her scrappiness and speed to evade evil. Andrea reminds all Eternians what heroes are and what they can be again. Now, you know what? This storyline sounds better than we saw in the cartoon. I mean, if I would have seen that Andrea in the cartoon, I would have been a whole lot more impressed. I really didn't see that. Maybe I was missing it, but I don't remember her doing a bunch of brainy stuff to Tila's brawn. And I don't remember her, coaching Tila back to being a hero again. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch the cartoon and see. But that sounds like a pretty cool character. Creating genius inventions and everything else. So she sounds cooler on the back of the box than I remember her being in the actual cartoon. And that's kind of why I didn't buy her, because in the cartoon she was, I hate to say this, kind of a non very colorful character. I mean, she just seemed like she was just a sidekick to Tila the whole time, and just there so Tila could have someone to talk to bring out the dialogue of what Tila's thinking. That's what it felt like. It didn't feel like she was actually a full-fledged character. And then the cheap shot where the king makes Andrea promotes her almost instantly just from meeting her. That just seemed really odd too. And here there were guys in line for being, the next whatever in the military, whatever it was they raised her up to. General, I'm not sure what she was, but lieutenant, I don't know. But anyway, it just seems kind of odd that she got promoted so quickly without even showing what she can do or anything else, just because of who she knew. But I guess it's how it is a lot of times. It's who you know, not how you are, right? I mean, isn't that how it is with most jobs? So, I don't know. It just seems kind of weird. Anyway, so tomorrow I should be scanning those floors with this. I know I'm jumping back and forth. Let me get back to the figure, and then I'll get back on track. So, let's go ahead and cut her out of here. She does have a cloth cape, and it looks like a hood, too. That's kind of cool. So, the hood part gives a little extra to it. You will cut off these foot pieces here. Now, to tell you the truth, if they would have had Andrea in Classics, I would have bought her immediately. I wouldn't have hesitated at all. So, it's just that I'm not really into Revelation figures that much. And so I'm trying to stay away from the characters I don't really know that aren't my top 11. But for 10 bucks, you know, it's like, what the heck? Even if I only use her helmet for Tila to wear to give it that look she had in the cartoon, even if just for that alone, it's worth 10 bucks. I think the helmet, I saw someone selling on eBay for more than $10. Because I was tempted just to buy the helmet from somebody on eBay. Someone to buy a whole entire figure. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll open her up and decide she's an awesome figure, and why not even get an extra one for customizing or spare parts or something. Whenever someone's wearing a cape, I like to cut the back of the box so I can get it out without causing any damage. Ooh. Now, she does come with extra hands. I wish she came with extra ungloved hands, but that's okay. So, here she is. Oh, look at that. She has some kind of firing piece. It's like it goes into her arm just like Boba Fett. Oops. Does it go that way? No, it's got to go that way. Okay. Let's straighten her arm out. Wow, it's a tight joint. There we go. Paching. Her and Boba Fett can battle it out with their little flamethrower arms. Let's try to put her hood on. This cloth is kind of thick, so it's kind of hard to manipulate around because of her scarf. I suppose you're supposed to put this on first, then put the hood on. That's probably the problem. All right, let's break down the articulation. So she has ankle rockers. As a foot twist, it's just connected in one place in the front. She has a boot cut, double jointed knees. She has a thigh cut, and this thigh cut works because it's at the top of her boot, so it makes sense to have a thigh cut there. I don't mind a thigh cut like that. It's just when it's in the middle of a bare leg, it just looks really weird, or in the middle of a sculpt of some sort. And then she has good movement up here as well. And her belt looks like it's loose, so that's kind of cool. So you can turn it around if you want to. Her waist turns. She has upper movement. She has a shoulder movement. Oh, bicep, double jointed elbows. And then her hands move quite a bit too. And of course they are interchangeable. I'm going to actually pull out this fist hand because a fist hand just does not do much. You really cannot weaponize somebody with their fist hand. I know she's supposed to be scrappy, so they gave her 2 fist hands. But I am going to give her regular, ordinary hands that can hold weapons and accessories. She also has some open claw like hands, like she's climbing or just having her hands sit relaxed. So that's kind of cool too. I might keep the left hand a fist. Ooh, that's tight. Wow, even that hand is not closed very tight, but maybe it's so she can hold a large item. Let's go ahead and see how she holds like He-Man's sword, just for kicks. Because maybe they decided not to give the females small hands so they can still hold anybody's weapon. Oh, King Grayskull. Not my sword. Oh, everybody's falling over. Everybody's falling for the weekend. Yeah, that's why. That's why her hands open so wide. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. So she can actually hold larger weapons in her hand. That's why her hand is not closed as much as we usually see with female figures. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's do a head swap on her. Now I do have some hot water out just in case I need to use it for the head swap. You can see it over there. But we will. Oh, cool. No hot water required. That's a tight fit. Now the hood can go on easily. Oh, there's a lot of foam in that hood too. All right, time to test it on Tila. Oh, that's right. I got G.I. Jane's head on her, and her head does fit tight. Let's see, I don't like her and Tila's look. It doesn't feel very Moto. Yeah, it's not very Masters of the Universe. In fact, a lot of the Masters of the Universe we grew up with, it doesn't match a lot of the cartoons. If you can take a look at even Filmation, it doesn't even match, unless you're talking about the main characters, but any townies or any people that are out and about, they don't look anything like He-Man figures whatsoever. You know, so that's kind of weird. All right, G.I. Jane, your head's coming off. I can see it now. Tell us where the rebel plans, the rebel base is. Oh. So I got that hot enough. Yep, I did. We'll just stick on the cape and cowl and helmet on Tila. Just slide it all right over. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. See, that's why you need to get an extra Andrea figure so you can dress your Tila up in her garb. Dun dun dun. Anyway, let's take that back off. Ugh. We'll put G.I. Jane's head back on her. Wow, that's such a tight fit. Andrea, I'm going to leave her cape off. It's just too much to have all these cloth goods all floating all around the place. Now, it's funny is Tila's hand is actually smaller than Andrea's. You can see, but her left hand's wider, but her right hand is smaller. So I did use the G.I. Joe crossbow for her as it fits nice, but I don't think it was going to fit in her hand as well, because I was going to give it to her instead, because it just matches her motif better, I think. Yeah, her hand's just too big for that. What a bummer, because that does look more like something she would use instead of Tila. All right, let me look at your guys' comments. I know I've been kind of ignoring you guys. Let's see. Jeff says, kind of, she looks like a warrior goddess, but then was a drug user. Haha. Okay, cartoon and movies companies want their own version so they can claim some money for copyright. That's probably true. Kind of funny that my Scarlet. Kind of funny that Scarlet in G.I. Joe. Yeah, it does work good to use the Scarlet head. Now I know that she originally came with this head right here. And that's the head she's supposed to have. But I just didn't like how shaved that side looked. And I know that this kind of defeats the purpose of her hair looking like that style. But from straight on, it looks almost the same. So until you turn her head, you realize that she's really sporting a ponytail. But I don't know. For this Tila, I don't mind. I like this custom one that I did at the large legs, as you guys know. I know I pointed it out to you guys many times. And it is kind of fun. What's funny is as you know, I've used her as the wife of Rio Blast, and that she transforms into She-Hulk in my storyline. But I was thinking it was okay because these figures aren't too bad for height. But again, look how short she is compared to the White Rabbit. So I guess this character is supposed to be short to begin with. And X-Men, I don't really know know her. I was planning on using Logan's cowboy hat for her. It's about the right size. But the problem is it's all tattered. I don't know if you can see that or not on top, where it's got a bunch of tattering on it. And so because of the tattering, I kind of debated whether I was going to use that hat or not. And so I still haven't opened it yet to use the hat out of there for her. I may have to make my own hat by 3D sculpting one just to give her that. But then again, she doesn't have cowboy boots either. So I may go with a totally different figure. And I was thinking, you know what? Andrea, would she be a good fit for Rio Blast's wife? And I was thinking, you know, that does look kind of cool. I could see them being a couple. I mean, she does look kind of Western with all the gear. And so I may change my idea completely and go with Andrea being his wife. And because her hands open wider, she can hold the bigger weapons. So that might be kind of cool. I mean, I know it's not who her character's supposed to be, but with all the buckles and straps and everything else and the knee pad stuff, it looks like she's wearing some kind of boots and maybe some kind of this is so high up, almost like chaps. And I'm thinking that might be a better fit. What do you guys think? You think they make a good couple? A good couple? Rio Blast and Andrea? Of course, I'd probably change her name to Andrea. Let's take a look at your guys' comments. You have to undo the cloak and tie it around. Her body cloak has Velcro. Oh. Yeah, I just ripped her head off. Made it easier, but let's take a look here. Oh yeah, look at that. It does Velcro around. Actually, I think it's Velcro at all. I think it's just ties. You just wrap it around. Dun dun dun. Of course, if she's going to be hanging out with Rio Blast, she's going to need a brown cloak instead of a black one. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Good matchup or not? All right, Cheryl. Let's see. I use that character for my Ghostbusters line. She makes a great science partner for Egon. Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah, she's such a cool character. That's why I bought her. I just really like the idea you can swap her arms, and I think it's when her arms come off. For the white coat arms. Ooh, I can't get them off now, but she had so much versatility in her different designs. It's like, that's so cool. It's like two figures in one. Two figures in one. So that's why I wanted to get her. I didn't realize how short she was, though. But still, I don't know, still debating. Seeing how high Andrea's neck goes, but I guess there's brown skin tone right here. I was going to see if you did a full swap, if you could tell. But I guess you could tell if I was to swap anything on her. All right. Let's take a look at you guys' comments. She needs ammo strap around her. Nice. Andrea looks like me except for the braids. Well, it's time to braid your hair then. Oh. Is this strap loose too? Let's take a look here. Oh, They got it strapped on her. Why do they make the belt loose, but not the upper strap loose? I mean, it's loose-ish, but then it's glued in certain spots. It's like right there, it has like a J holding it on there. And then on the front, it has the same kind of thing, but it's actually glued in, not just pushed in. I'm not going to get that out of there without ripping it. So if you took that off, you'd have big old gouges in her. Anyway, I'm still debating. She might become Rio Blast's wife, but I kind of like the idea of Rio Blast's wife turning into the Hulk on She-Hulk on Eternia. Oh. But, you know, if you think about it, she does look more like a female Bruce Banner than Jennifer Walters does. So... King Grayskull's in the house. You know, I almost didn't get this figure, but looking at him, he's cooler than I thought he was going to be. I mean, at first I didn't like the yellowish tan, but it's growing on me. All right. So there they are. Two best friends heading out together. You know, I wonder if I can use this body for a Rio Blast girlfriend. Swap the head out with something else. Do you think she looks Western at all or not? Because she does have a lot of tan and brown on. Let's see, comment at the pool, laughing out loud. I think Rio Blast wants a divorce. Andrea stepping out with Roadblock to be with Rio. Can you swap the legs out from the shaved head Tila to the new classic version? Well, let's take a look and see. Let's see if her legs are... Yep, you should be able to. The legs are hooked up the exact same. So you should be able to swap those out. Let's just dunk her in some hot water and see. Put your hands up, Tila. Put your hands in the air like you just don't care. Let's drop her in the water. I guess her hands down would work better to keep her from sinking too deep into the water. There she is sitting. Let's get her legs nice and soft. Let's grab the large leg Tila and swap the legs out. It always takes so long. Megator. There goes the hot water. Okay, let's see how hot this is yet. Is it hot enough to remove the legs yet? Oh, not quite. You know what? I might use Tila's legs on Andrea. That might work. Oh, the crotch isn't going to match, though, because her legs actually... I wonder if they separate here at the waist, if I can get it apart. I have to try that. I'm going to have to soak her in hot water so I can pull her apart up here at the waist. Because that might be a good swap to do right there, even. Okay, Andrea. It is time to stick you in hot water, too. Ugh. Let's see what we can and can't do with this. So close. There we go. We got one off. Oh, so close, but no cigar. I think I water cooled down too much. I should have done this earlier in the video. Now we got lots of ladies in the hot water. It's a hot tub party. Angry shaved head tequila came after the divorce. There we go. Nope, there's a tequila leg. Let's toss that in there. Where's the other leg? There it is. That's funny. I just noticed she does have the brown boot with the white, so that did make sense when I gave this Tila the other legs. Oh, it's not hot enough. Oh, now I'm dripping water on my electronics. Not good. Nope, her upper torso does not come apart with hot water. That would have been cool. Then you could have done some really cool things. But her legs come off, so you could do some swaps on there too. So you can stick Andrea's legs on her if you wanted to. We're not going to do that. Where is my spoon of power? Huh. That actually looks kind of cool. I think I'm digging that. All right. Let's go ahead and stick these on here. So sure enough, you could do quite a lot of swaps with these. But you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to pull off these boots quick before they cool down. I'm going to pull these boots off. I'm going to put the adventure boots on Tila. You know what? That looks pretty slick. I am digging that. Get these off before they get too cooled down. back to the hot water so you can get your muscle-bound legs. That's pretty cool looking. What do you guys think? You like that better than the other legs? Oh, it's just a little bit too cold. There we go. Put her back to normal. Or my normal. But man, that one looks really cool. Pop actor. Well, the only way to make this Tila perfect now is you're putting this head on her. I'm not going to do that because I'm only using my two heads that I have. One for her and one for my Origins Tila. So she's not going to get to sport the cool head. But I think that looks really cool. I didn't even think about swapping the legs like that. Whose idea was that again? Oh, you like this Tila here? She's the same size as Origins. That's what's so cool about it. Oh, it's Tank Tila. Tank Tila. That's so crazy. Why didn't I think of that on my own? That looks so much better. It does kind of like Tanya Roberts now with that. She's got a little pouch for. That is so cool. Too bad you couldn't swap the arms on her too with somebody else's arms. Redheads are your favorite, Rick. All right. So let's see. You guys have any more questions? And then I need to still figure out a good spouse for Rio Blast. Right now, she's still the #1 runner-up, I think. Just got to get her a cowboy hat. Yeah, there's no way to do a leg swap on her. That would just not work. What happened to Andrea? Here she is. That's what this whole video is about. Hard to believe we started with her. And we've gone full circle so much. Like all my videos. Craziness. Where's her fire blaster? And then tomorrow I'll probably do a video of scanning in those floors. I'm probably not going to do it live. It's just too painful. I'll probably just record and then do a Reader's Digest version for you guys so you're not sitting there watching me scan over and over and over. Failure after failure. I'll just show a couple failures and a success because I know I'll be successful eventually. Where's Storm when you need her? Yes, Storm was always an awesome figure. Or an awesome character. Alright, so real quick recap. What do you guys think of this Tila? Is it too much? Should I put her regular legs back on? Or do you like her with the bare legs like that and the adventure boots? Or should I put the furry boots back on? Do you like the furry boots better than the adventure boots? I'm still debating myself if I like the furry boots better or the adventure boots better. Oh, I lost the other furry boot. There it is. Ugh. My desk is becoming a disaster. Too many projects going on. Which cowboy figure is that laying there? These are all my Rio Blast customs. This is Rio Blast before he got his cybernetic parts. And this is, of course, Greg the Rio Blast. This is my custom guy. I call him Overkill. He has swappable parts on this side and an extra red hand, and he has a gun that pops out. And he has a holster gun on this side that fits into his not closed all the way hand, because I've used some heat shrink tubing to make it fit on there. So, Overkill. He's in my storyline, Rio Blast's main bad guy. And then the other cowboy guy is, of course, Brave Star, the one standing up inside his own playset. There we go. Fit on there. I can't get his cap to fit on from trying to reach across. Thanks. Yes, way cool one, Tech Hack. I actually like Overkill a ton. He's one of my favorite customs I've done in a long time for a bad guy, especially using us. Hurricane Hordak. I created the gun in 3D, and it's available in my Shapeways store if you guys want to buy your own gun to put in there, and then just painted it red. And the hands are actually also painted red too. And inside his box where I pulled them from, he does have an extra red hand for this side too, and extra red weapons. I think he has 2 guns too, so you can put them on both sides if you choose to. So, yep, he's pretty cool. And see, who can tell me whose head is that? Let's see if you guys recognize whose mug that is. Did I get a cold R? Yeah, I actually got 2 of them on order. Oh, nice call. Mura from the Aquaman movie is Tila's new head. Nice one, Solo. Lobo, yep, you guys all know. It's funny, he looks like the Winter Soldier to me, though, at first glance, kind of. You know, but that's just my own thought. When I put the hat on him, everybody thinks he's the Undertaker. That I use the Undertaker's head. Those who don't know, and it's like, no, he's Lobo. And he's cool. And I'm happy with that figure. I actually sold one to somebody already, but I'm not going to make a third one, so that is the last one I'm making. And I'm keeping him, so sorry, you guys. King Grayskull's trying to do push-ups. He's trying to get strong. Just like Rocky. Oh my god, just it's such a mess of figures everywhere. I really got to clean this mess up because I even got Merman still sitting out from 2 videos ago. Merman. Oh, you know what? Let's compare Andrea's height to other figures in the line. I don't even do that. So here she is next to He-Man. Here she is next to Man-at-Arms. Whoa. Her green is the same green. Okay. I need to know, because now I don't remember. Is this her armor and clothing before when she's running with Tila, or is this after she becomes lieutenant? Because it's the same green as Man-at-Arms. I mean, look at that. So now I'm starting to wonder if it is actually the armor and stuff she wears as lieutenant, or does she stay in the same clothes? Just happens to be the same green already. That's crazy. Next to Evelyn, the Lyn of Evilness. Next to the Beast of a man. Oh. Stand. Yeah, they do look good together. Man at Arms and Andrea. I mean, you could see they look like they belong to the same squad because the green matches, and she has armor on too. You know, it would not take much of a custom to just do some orange paints on her, or maybe find. I wonder if the 2000X armor would fit on her. That would be cool. Put the 2000X orange armor on her and paint it the same color orange. I bet it might fit and look okay. Like she's, you know, sporting the Royal Guard look. Cool, cool. Well, I'm happy with my $10 spend. I think it was well worth it. I think she's a pretty cool figure for. She's a cool figure for 15 bucks. What the heck? But I got her for 10. So I don't know why I didn't get her before. I mean, she's got a nice face sculpt. She has a double joint. She has a nice paint job. She even has texture on her. There's just a lot of features to her that are really cool. Her boot cut is actually up for her thigh is actually where the boot line is, so it actually works. And of course, she has a boot cut down here too. So all in all, it's actually a good figure. I think the cartoon is what kind of gave a bad taste in everybody's mouth. It just would have released her without the cartoon. I think she probably would have sold better without the storyline. But I don't know. I haven't been able to take any of the Masters Universe minis apart. I haven't tried yet. I haven't stuck one in hot water to see if it comes apart or not. I don't know if anybody else has. Yep, Gnomeski, she's definitely worth 10 bucks, maybe more. Do you think we'll get a Panther this year? I hope so. And in the cartoon, Panther did have the helmet. So I'm guessing that when we get our Revelation Panther, we're going to see that same helmet like that. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the new Panther with the helmet and see how they do it. That'll really be cool. So that would be great. All right. Well, I have a giant pile of wounded warriors to clean up. And did I get an answer on Tila's boots? What you guys like better? The adventurer boots or the furry boots? I think I might go back to the furry boots. I think I actually like that better. I'm not sure. Just haven't really decided yet. Hey Cheryl, thanks for joining us. Let's see if anybody said anything about the boots yet. I tried to forget Revelation PSD. James, that is hilarious. Yeah, like I said, she was the last one there at Target. The clearance aisle had a whole bunch of faker figures, tons and tons of faker figures. It's 60% off, but for Andrea, just the one. And so I picked her up, and that Target guy helped me out a little bit. Yes, leaving your figures all over the place normally is a bad idea, but I'm in a separate little hobby room here. The door closes. Otherwise, my wife would not be happy either. Let's see. Blue Pen says use the pant legs with the fur boots. You can make a Kana's girdle with those legs. Does Brave Star head fit on Origins or Classics body? Brave Star's head's not removable. Brave Star, his head and neck is one piece. It's on a big giant ball inside his chest. So as you see, as it turns, the whole entire ball turns inside his chest. So if you were to use Brave Star's head, you'd have to literally cut it off right here, sand it out, and make it fit. And the head size is so much larger than a Classics figure. It's got too much garb on. Where is my other Rio Blast? So you can see, even though I use the same hat on there, if you take a look at their head sizes, there is a huge difference. Oh, my light died. There's just a huge difference between their head sizes. It's kind of hard to tell in the video right now because I have Rio Blast a little bit more forward. Let me try to line them up to the same, on the same plane. You can see how much bigger Rio Blast's head is. Or, I'm sorry, Brave Star's head is than Rio Blast. So there you go. That's so weird. I'll have to figure out. I think his hat went on this head. But because he has all this fluffy hair sticking out, that's why it fits on his head, because his hair sticks out so far. So, there you go. That's why I gave him his hat. Does he have... Oh, yeah. This is the one I cut the hole in. Put the silver tape on the inside. So it can close all the way. And I also sanded these down and put some sticky tack so they can close all the way too, because they had little bumps on them. They wouldn't close all the way. So I wanted to make a figure that has all the doors closed, or can close, and then one that's fully armed and one that is before the cybernetics. All right. Well, this video has gone on way too long. I'm going to check out your guys' last questions. Brave Star head was stung by bees. Well, Brave Star's quite a bit taller too. I mean, he's not a little figure. He's an 8-inch figure. He's like the size of Big Jim. Big Jim. So it's not that just his head is bigger. His whole body is bigger too. So he's actually a much larger action figure. A G.I. Joe classified spirit head might work on custom Brave Star. Good idea. Yes, a cyborg cowboy. Wow. Your great uncle's Jackie Gleason? Almost big enough to take on Woody. Oh. Dun dun dun. This is this cool action feature. Oh, that gun is stuck in there. I gotta leave it in there so long that I can't even get it out of there anymore. There we go. There we go. Take that. Now, it's funny is I wanted to use these guns with my classics, but you can't. They do fit, but not very well in their hands. So when I made my Rio Blast, I actually had to redesign the guns. I actually made them so this piece was angled. You can see it's slightly angled instead of parallel. So it fit in the hands because their hands are angled. And so that is why I had to redesign them. And I had them printed on Shapeways. They're still on my Shapeways store if you guys want to get them. And then they fit in their hands correctly. But if you try to use the other guns, they don't fit in their hands right. You can see the difference in the guns. How they're not quite the same, but very similar. Similar, but not the same. But even these angled guns do still work in Brave Star's hands. So you can use my Shapeways ones in Brave Stars. Anyway, I've jabbered way too long. Looks like weirdly shaped guns. Yes, and the reason why they're weirdly shaped is so they worked with the toy, because the toy actually had a base on it that come apart, and they made the large giant toy for the kid to play with match the toy gun. And so this bottom piece base would come off, and the sensor I think was down here in this bottom piece right here. And so that's kind of how it worked. And so they made the toy gun the same for his little hand to fit the same way. And it's cool as this little bottom piece, if you buy it, you can actually hook it up to the town and actually blow the safe with it and everything else too, by having the bad guys shoot at the target instead of at the safe itself. So they had some fun, cool playability. Oop. I still need to buy a Brave Star gun on eBay that works. All right. Yes, there are a lot of great lines. The Flintstones were the honeymooners. That is correct. That's funny. It was the cartoon version of the honeymooners. I know at one time Mattel did own Brave Star. I'm not sure who owns it now, but they could easily make, Origins size Brave Star figures, which would be fun, but I'd rather have Brave Star figures that are closer to classic size. But I got my Rio Blast. He's close enough. Granted, he's not a Native American looking character, but you can't tell by this toy that he is either. In the cartoon, you could because they made him a lot tanner, but they didn't make him very tan in the toy. I guess he wouldn't be Native American because he's in space. I don't know what you'd call him. Hey, Cobweb, thanks for joining us. If Super 7 gets Brave Star and makes figures that fit with the old classics, I would love it. Oh man, that'd be so cool to have the Ultimates Brave Stars. I'd have to sell my turtles and buy the Brave Star set. I'd definitely get Brave Star and Tex Hex and what is his name? 40? 30? I don't know. Let's see. Commissions Schreimer was a good guy for all minorities. Yes. Oh, 3030. Thank you. Ugh, this is Sheriff Bilford T. Justice. All right. Anyway, my water's cooling down over here. I'm winding down. My mess is not getting cleaned up. And this video's been going on a long time. Almost an hour. 52 minutes. 53 minutes coming up in a few seconds. And so if you guys want to continue chatting, you can go to my Hebrew Facebook page. I got a new group on there. The link's not in this video. Sorry, you guys, I didn't add it. I probably should add that in here. And feel free to chat on there. I met a few times. His son was the Law who played in The Exorcist. Nice. All right, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and thanks for joining me tonight, you guys. It's always fun hanging out. And you guys have yourself a memorable Memorial Day tomorrow. And I will see you next video. Bye now. Yeah, sorry about that. I used to have a forum on my webpage, but it just got hacked too much. And Facebook handles all the admin stuff, so I don't have to worry about a lot of stuff. Makes life a little easier. All right, bye now.